snake, you'll need a water dish, some plants for scenery, a twig, and maybe some sticks. That's very important. You'll need a light to keep your snake warm. You'll need a little tunnel for her to sleep in, and a tank! You will also need some wood chips, what we're substituting with mulch because we didn't have any wood chips, and someone was too lazy to get it! Oh, hey there, I'm Brian. Today I'm going to show you how to take care of a snake. Whoa, wait. It was just sun out. Video magic. Alright, so back to our tank here. These are safety latches. It kind of works like a seatbelt, just made out of plastic. You have these so your snake does not escape the cage because you do not want a loose snake in the house. It could end up freezing, dying, bad stuff. So you just unclip them like that. It might be a little tough, but you get the hang of it. So this is the humidity and the heat temperature thermometers. Your snake needs to be warm at all times, at all costs, all around the year until he ends up passing away. And it's very important. Your snake cannot freeze. They'll die, obviously. It's pretty sad when it happens, but make sure you have one of these to tell the humidity and the temperature. They like to be warm. Remember this. This is a special heating lamp for your snake. See, since your snake doesn't normally go outside every day and doesn't get provided with vitamin D, which is provided to us from the sun, so we naturally get it about every day because when the sun's up, even if it's covered by clouds. So you could get these at local pet shops like PetSmart and Pets Plus, and keeps your snake nice and toasty. You'll also want to have like a heating rack or a heating pad, and the heating pad and heating rack will keep your snake nice and warm. If you have a heating pad, make sure you have bedding around it and check it daily so your snake hasn't moved any of the wood chips or bedding, because your snake could get burnt and get an infection from moving all of the bedding off of its heating pad. But heating rack, your snake could be on top of that because it's not as bad as the heating pad. So next, you're going to put your bedding down. Now, you'll want to get sanitized and cleaned bedding from pet store. We don't have any wood chips, so we're going to be using some mulch. It's not the best substitute because this is from outside. It's a little dirty, but it won't get the job done. You'll have to use wood chips. So I don't have enough here, so I'm actually going to go out and get some more. So after some thorough thinking, we decided this would be enough bedding. I mean, obviously you'd have more if you're going to have a snake. This antler is here for a good reason. It'll help your snake shedding, because when your snake shedding, they'll want to rub against this. And same thing with these leaves, and this is the water dish. You'll make sure you'll check your water dish every day for any shedding, like dead skin and poop. Yeah. Now I'll get to feeding your snake and shedding. Now we're going to get into feeding your snake. Now the first time you feed your snake, just get one mouse or rat just in case. Because if you get two off the bat and your snake doesn't eat one, you're going to be stuck with another mouse/rat and you won't know what to do with it. So if your snake still looks really hungry, then next time you go out, or if you're really close to a pet shop, go and get a mouse. Make sure it's an alive mouse, because I mean, if it's a dead mouse, you'll try to move it around with a stick, but the snake might not fall for it. You usually get these like frozen, so you'll keep them in like a hot bag of water in the sink for about a day. But if your snake does look hungry, make sure you get 2 and maybe 3. I would say 2 mouses, and feed one at a time. So next we're going to be talking about shedding. And when I was talking about the antler, so you'll notice when your snake's shedding, because after your snake's done eating, there will be poop in the water dish or just around here in the bedding. And your snake's eyes will get all like crystal blue. It's kind of weird, but it's really cool at the same time. So at this moment, you're gonna at least wait until there's enough shedded skin. You'll take your snake out and you'll bathe it in either your bathtub or your sink with nice warm water, not too hot, it could hurt them. And try to like rub them and pet them, like to get that extra dead skin off. And if there's any skin that will not come off, let that come off naturally, because it hurts the snake just ripping it off, and it could severely injure them and could end up to death and an infection. So make sure you're good. Now this is your snake's little hideout/dugout. your snake will stay here to hide from predators. Even though there are no predators in your tank, make sure you have these. If there are predators in your snake, why are you a monster? Why are you mental? Get out of this planet. Now, obviously you'd have your heating pad in here with your snake so you'd stay nice and warm. Obviously don't do that to your snake. If your snake's ever in there, don't really mess with them, because if you try to put your hand in there, your snake could attack. Now, a normal everyday house snake would not attack like a ball python. Unless you put your fingers or anything near their face, they may bite. Make sure you never do that. Having a snake is a great responsibility and a great pet to have. Now, obviously, a snake isn't for everyone, and like I know a lot of people are afraid of reptiles and cold-blooded creatures, but certain people love things and certain people don't love things. And obviously, you could have more than one snake, just have them in separate tanks. And yeah.
You're doing so great, sweetie.
Mom, we went over this. You weren't supposed to talk about